When you think of a biohacker, who comes to mind? Maybe Brian Johnson, also known as the Don't Die guy, or maybe it's Dave Asprey, who's often called the father of biohacking, or even Dr. David Sinclair at Harvard, who studies aging. But here's the thing, they're all men. Women are just as invested in optimizing their health, but our biological needs are a little bit unique. A lot of mainstream biohacking advice like HIIT workouts, cold plunges, strict intermittent fasting just don't benefit women the same way. And for decades, women were left out of medical research, which meant our bodies and our potential were often ignored. But that's changing. There's a new wave of women biohackers like Kayla Barnes-Lentz, Lauren Berlingeri, and Yap Yen Fang. These women are redefining what biohacking looks like. They are bringing in holistic rituals, recovery, and tools designed with women in mind. So today, I'm putting it to the test. I'm going to biohack my workday using methods inspired by these women, along with a few of my own tweaks. And this video is in partnership with Girlboss, an AI-powered bike that condenses a 45-minute run into just 5 minutes. I'm gonna show you how I fit that into my routine later. So without further ado, let's get into it. My mornings used to feel rushed and unstructured. I would literally roll out of bed at 9 a.m., pop open my laptop, and just start the day from there. But I've been learning that starting with intention makes the entire day flow better. I start with some basic oral care. You know, the whole thing. Brushing your teeth, flossing, tongue scraping, and sometimes even oil pulling. And yes, oral health is a biohack. So you're probably already biohacking without even knowing it. Oral health impacts inflammation, heart health, and even your immune system. So this is a really important step in your day. Some biohackers like Lauren Berlingeri love saunas in the morning, but since I don't have a sauna in my apartment, I'm gonna settle for a hot shower and just enjoy the steam. It still boosts circulation and helps wake me up. Not to mention, steam is really good for your skin. Next, hydration. Before coffee, I fill up a water bottle with electrolytes. It sounds simple, but biohacking starts at a cellular level, and minerals are what fuels your cells. And for breakfast, I add in something I learned on TikTok called dinosaur time. And basically what that is you take a handful of plain green veggies. In my case, I just took a bunch of greens from like plain salad and I just chomped it down. It's great for blood sugar, your metabolism, fiber, and just really getting in your daily veggie intake. And after that, I'll make a balanced meal like some eggs for protein for steady energy. Then I head out for an hour walk. My sister recently moved into the building right next to mine, so I have been walking her to work every morning. So not only am I getting my steps in, but I'm also starting my mornings with connection, which is just as important as movement. It's such a good reminder that wellness doesn't have to be solo. Walking and talking with someone you love is just as much a hack as anything else. This routine helps set my circadian rhythm, boosts my mood, and just primes my brain for optimal focus throughout the day. And when I come back, I spend a few minutes with my red light device and journaling. It feels grounding, and it's a little pocket of mindfulness before the rest of the day gets hectic. Lauren Berlingeri says that the best way to biohack is to stack a piece of tech or product onto a ritual I was already doing. That way it feels seamless and it's not just another thing to add to my list. Once my morning routine is finished, now it's time to get into work mode. At my desk, I'll alternate between sitting or standing. It also helps if you have a walking pad under your desk that you can utilize throughout the day. This is such a simple hack, but it keeps me alert and prevents me from slumping first thing in the morning. From there, I dive into emails and tasks, and I already feel like those morning habits set me up with way more focus than if I had just rolled out of bed onto my laptop in the morning. And by late morning, right before lunchtime hits, this is when I start to feel my energy dip. But instead of grabbing another coffee, I have a different kind of reset. This is where the Carol bite comes in. And the best part is I can fit it in between my meetings. Like I'm talking 5 minutes in between meetings. The workout itself is 5 minutes long, but it gives me the same benefits as a full 45-minute run. 2 20-second sprints 3 times a week. That's it. Studies show Carol can increase VO2 max by 12% in just 8 weeks, which is one of the best indicators of health and longevity. It's also been shown to reduce blood pressure and lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. What I love most about it is that it's so easy to stick with. There is no need for you to drag yourself to the gym and just dread your entire workout. This is such an easy way to get consistent with fitness and just working on your overall health. And new users average over 3 rides a week in their first 100 days, which tells you it's sustainable. And since it's AI powered, the bike adjusts to your body in real time with the Carol heart rate strap. That means it's safe, personalized, and works for any fitness level. But beyond the numbers, it does really feel empowering. I don't step off feeling drained or tired or sore. I just feel accomplished, like I invested in my health without hijacking my entire schedule. And for busy women balancing ambition and wellness, that's everything. After working out on my Carol bike, I'll head out on my balcony for a little mindful reset. Just 5 minutes of breathing, stillness, and sunlight. Caleb Barnes-Lentz calls this stacking, pairing simple practices together for a bigger impact. And for lunch, I'll usually rely on some meal prep from the night before, a protein shake, and also sneak in a little bit of dinosaur time before I dig in. When work wraps, I focus on recovery because like Yap Yan Feng emphasizes, women especially benefit from building rest. So I start with a 30-minute walk to just move my body and clear my head. This also helps me transition out of work mode and also helps me finish getting the rest of my steps in for the day. And for dinner, it's usually another thing that I meal prepped, and I do try to eat 2 to 3 hours before bedtime so that my body can focus on rest instead of digestion. And finally, to wind down, Kayla Barnes-Lentz does what's called a magnesium salt bath. Magnesium helps relax your muscles, so all that walking, standing, working out on the bike, what you need at the end of the day is recovery, and the magnesium will help your muscles do that. And it also helps calm your nervous system, so that means better sleep quality for the night. For me, this routine felt like pressing a reset button for the day and signals my body that it's time to go to bed. So now, the day after I biohacked my workday, how do I feel? Honestly, the small changes stacked up to something big. I felt more energized, more focused, and I noticed I was way less reactive to stress. The Carol bike gave me that afternoon lift that I usually need, and the morning and evening walks bookended my day with clarity. But the biggest takeaway from all of this is that biohacking doesn't have to be extreme. It's about simple, intentional choices that helps you show up better for yourself. A huge thank you to Carol Bike for sponsoring today's video. Honestly, this has been the one hack that made me feel so accomplished, giving me maximum results in minimal time, which I absolutely love. Plus, you're joining a community of over 30,000 riders all over the world. From scientists to wellness leaders to everyday people just wanting to feel their best. You can try the Carol bike totally risk-free with their 100-day trial. And you'll get $200 off in the next 2 months with code Girlboss. Check the description below if you want to check them out and learn more. And I'd love to know, which biohack are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below.